What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My hair's a little whatever it is because I was just out riding my motorcycle because I put a new exhaust on it and some other stuff, and so I took her for a maiden voyage and now I'm all wind blown. But today we're looking at a few castings I got from John trade deal, and some cool stuff. I'll be honest, it's obviously some gap fills and then some things that I never had that he thought I should check out and some different things, so I'm kind of excited for that. I'm gonna share a little story with you. I went out hunting this morning, and there's a toy store in town that carries like a limited selection of die casts. They get some Hot Wheels in, and then sometimes they'll have like the anniversary sets, but it's a very small section. But I was driving by and I hadn't been in there in a while, so I swung in, figured I'd take a peek. And I walked in to like scalper's dream, right? I walk in the store. They must have just opened maybe 10 minutes before I walked in, and stacked everywhere are boxes from Mattel. Monster trucks, Hot Wheels main lines, Matchbox basics. I mean, tons and tons of Hot Wheels. I think there was 4 72 count cases of main lines, 2 24 count cases of Matchbox, and then I don't know how many monster trucks, and then a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, to my dismay, which I'm not going to argue, you know, they've got rules, or maybe the owner needs to go through the boxes first. I don't know, but they wouldn't open them, and they wouldn't. It didn't make sense to me. I was like, when I walked in, I was like, good morning, and they were like, hi, and then I was like, holy cow, this is like a mother load of Hot Wheels you got here. And they were like, yeah, this all just came in. And then I inquired, like, after I kind of looked through and found some things that I would like to peek in, I was like, so is there any chance that we can open some of this stuff and I could look at it? And the lady goes, no, we don't have any paperwork yet. And I don't really know what that means, but she basically was telling me that the invoice, this is how my brain processed it. The invoice for that particular order didn't arrive with the order somehow, and therefore none of it could be opened or sold. So like they weren't going to let me open any of it, but even if they were to let me open it, nothing inside of any of those boxes would have been sold to me. So I don't know. I don't work in a retail setting, or, you know, I don't know how any of that works. It just seemed odd to me. So I was just like, oh, so yeah, we're not going to open any of that stuff then, because I'm a collector, and there's probably a lot of stuff in there I'm looking for. And they were just like, yeah, no. And I was like, okay. And I left. I guess zero sale it is today for that. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. Maybe you've ran into this before. And this isn't like these were like my aged ladies working in this toy store. So I don't think they were like, you know, oh, we're going to screw this guy over because we're getting all the dibs on the good stuff. You know, it's not, I don't think that was the case. I I think either the owner or somebody has put in place some rules that, like, maybe when the die cast comes in, we don't put that out until I look at it. I don't know. I have no clue. I just thought it was odd. Like, here's all this stuff, and we're not. Sorry, welcome to the toy store. We're not selling toys today. So, I don't know. Whatever, man. I just left. It's out of my control. I don't get mad about it. I just thought it was kind of odd. But anyway, back to today. We're going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different castings, some variants across each. And, yeah, I guess we'll just zoom on in here and get right to it. All right, so we're going to start with this Matchbox BMW M1, 1M. There's kind of some conflicting information with this casting, but it's one of my favorites that Matchbox does for BMW. And I did not have this best of the world version, and John was nice enough to send it my way, and it's freaking awesome. So you get black with some orange accents. The tires are rubber, orange lip on the wheel, best of the world or best OTW on the plate. So you get it on the nose right there, and you get it on the back right there. So very, very nice piece. This kind of tannish orange interior. Here's your base details. BMW M1. There's your best of the world. And your front. That casting is awesome. So inside the orange outlines is like matte finish. And then the rest of the car is gloss. So that's an awesome, awesome casting right there. And then let's see if I can show you a little bit of the confusion. This orange one, if we look at his plate, is BMW 1M. 1M. And then we'll grab this blue one, and it's M1. And they are identical. The casting is, there's zero difference in the casting. So kind of an interesting thing, but this is an awesome addition to the collection. Next up, we're going to look at these Volvo 240 Drifts, and John was kind enough to send me, I don't know if you want to necessarily call it a first edition. I don't know that they do that anymore, but it is release number 1 in this maroon, and that's super sharp. No flashy paint schemes or anything going on down the side. Yellow glass, chrome interior. You still get your 2 puppy dogs in the back, and I like this maroon or burgundy color with the black wheels. That's really sharp. And then here's a closer look at your dogs. Hot Wheels Drift Volvo 240. Yellow glass, huge sunroof. Very awesome. A cutout in the hood. Exhaust right out the side there. That's killer. Next up, we have this Ford panel van. And this, I do have a variant, I guess I could show, but It's the Jurassic World van, or the Jurassic Park van that's like brown with the blood splatter on it. We've looked at that van here before. But this one in a Skyjacker orange and yellow livery. I honestly like the wheel on this one. And just a plain white van. I'm not real familiar with what the Skyjacker represents, but there's your base Ford panel van. And this is very, very cool. I don't know what it is about these, but they always look like Cali leaned. The Ford panel van always seems to squat in the back when it comes to this Matchbox casting. I think that's interesting. Anyway, we're going to just have the van be in the background for this next part. But I've got 4 of these little Subaru trucks that he wanted me to check out. I do not own any of these. I haven't had any of these before until now. And John was kind enough to send me 4 of them to check out and share with you guys. So this one, pretty cool. 6-spoke sport. Say that 10 times fast. That's the wheel choice here. You get Matchbox on the back of the bed, and then you get it in another language on the other side. Red and white. I don't know if it's some sort of delivery company. Let's get a little focus here. There we go. But very cool. Oh, it doesn't say Matchbox on the other side. Typically it'll say Matchbox here, and then on the other side it would be a different language, but that's not the case in this one. But pretty cool. Then we have this blue one, and it's no front tampos. Says Subaru on the back of the bed. The same 6-spoke sport wheels. It does say something on the tailgate, so we'll take a closer look at that. Sambar. There you go. A Subaru Sambar. You do get some tail lights. It'd be nice if this one gave you some headlight details as well, but you never get anything on the bottom. It's much too tiny for that. But cool in blue. Then here we have it in red, which is pretty neat. It's got green glass, and then I believe this is branded Sriracha. So you get your hot sauce delivery with this one. Yeah, Sriracha. Since 19... what does that say? 80? 60? What's the other side say? Is it clear? 80. I'm going to go with 80. But Matchbox. Something Dale, Georgia? I don't know where Sriracha's from. But cool piece. I like the red and then the green glass, so it's kind of representative of a Sriracha bottle because the lid's always green. So that's pretty cool. And then this last one is probably my favorite of the 4. Gray interior, all black, and then you get taillights and the Subaru Sambar logo on the gate, and then you do get the Subaru logo and headlights with this one. So nothing fancy as far as branding or sponsorship type things on the side, but just your standard Subaru headlights, Subaru logo. The interior is actually quite nice. All black, dog dish wheels. And then your tail lights, sandbar, tail lights. That's actually really nice. I like this one a lot. All right, moving on. We've got a 64 Chevy C10. This one from 2023. It is the 70-year anniversary model. And this one is from the moving parts line. So gray, orange lip on the wheel, the orange and white deco that they do for the anniversary set. And then you get the 70-year on the door, and you get an opening hood, which we'll take a closer look at. But here's your base in chrome 64 Chevy C10. There's your engine bay, and that's done. That's done nicely. I like that. Chevrolet and headlights, 70 years. Interior's pretty hard to see. And then your tailgate kind of gives you these chains and latches for holding the tailgate up. Chevrolet tail lights. That's really nice. And then he also sent another one, this one from a Matchbox Collector series. So this will get added to the wall for the correct year. And this one in kind of a patina baby blue Matchbox delivery variant. Rubber tires, of course. And this is really nice. You get the latches again, Chevrolet, this rust type patina. This one will also have opening hood. The grill is done. This is awesome. Well, there's your engine bay for this one. There's your Chevrolet and headlights. There's your rust or patina Matchbox small parts delivery. That's freaking sweet. What's this? Hedman headers. And then again, like I said, rubber. 64 Chevy C10, and then rubber tires because it is collector series. And then the last thing we're going to look at today for you Honda lovers is a Honda Civic Si that got sent my way. This one John sent in orange, so it's definitely a variant that I did not have. And this one's interesting because I don't know if they changed the tooling in time or how that all sorted itself out. But all the ones back in the showroom, let me move this so that it focuses back there, have a plastic piece for the sunroof so you can actually look down in the car. Well, this one is part of the casting and painted. So I don't know if, I mean, they must have done a retool, right? Or maybe this is early and they decided to cut the sunroof out and make it part of the plastic piece. I'm not real sure what I'm missing. It's possible, except for the orange down in there, but I suppose it's possible that that is still a plastic piece and they just painted it. But I don't think so. Honda logo, no tail lights, which is a bummer. Top deco, no headlights. Hot Wheels ribbon. But let me know in the comments if you know about whether or not this was like a first issue tooling and then the ones in the back are retools, or what am I missing here? Well, there you have it. Pretty cool stuff. The Suzuki Sandbar, or Suzuki. I say, oh man, if you come here for accurate information, you're not going to get it. The Subaru Sandbar is very cool. Very cool. John sent me a photo through text and was like, you collect these? And I was like, honestly, I don't have any of those. And he was like, you got to check them out. Send them my way. So glad he did. Those are cool little tiny trucks. And yeah, this black one. I like this black one a lot. Best of the world BMW M1. Man, that's beyond cool, if I'm being honest. 240 drift, Chevy C10, I mean, Honda Civic Si, Ford panel van. I swear, I gotta stop getting stuff coming in. Like, take a break from having new stuff show up and allow the channel time to get through all the current inventory that I have. I need to do a van show. I need to do a Fast and the Furious show. I've got other shows lined up already. Like, I look around the room because, like, I have these little piles of, like, sorted for content. I don't know. It's what I do. Don't judge. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Fall is here. I've been sitting out next to the fire pit almost every night. I freaking love fall weather. And yeah, that's it, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I think we're like, this is where I beg, but I'm not begging. I think I'm like 5 subscribers away from 1,000. So, like, if you, I'm talking to you, if you're not subscribed and you like you don't subscribe just because, but if you like what I'm doing here, then hit that red button. It's like, there's one in the corner, I think, somewhere, if you're on a phone or an iPad or a tablet. Otherwise, like, if you're on TV, you gotta, like, scroll up and then you can click subscribe. And if you're on a computer, well, it's like a big red button, like, right below the video. Just, click it. Just click on it. And also, if you're on mobile, I don't know how any of this works, but apparently sometimes there's, like, a new hype button. I don't know what that does, except it hypes the video. Maybe. I don't have a clue. But click that if you're on your phone and you're like, ooh, hype. So, yeah, that's my beg, my shameless plug. So, all right, we'll see you next time. You take care.